Clearly, I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boyz podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus. Shout out to my partner in crime, Don Wannabe, who could not be here. And Liver King done tricked you. He bamboozled your ass. Bro, I don't know one person who thought that Liver King was natty. Bro, ain't no one look like that be a natty, natural bodybuilder. Get the out of here, bro. I know he's saying sorry because he lied, but bro, to me, I'm like, you lying to yourself, homie. I never thought he was a natural bodybuilder. But anyways, let's get into this, you guys. Before we get the video totally started, like, share, and comment on all of the content. But most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We're officially at 45,000 subs. We need to get to 50, then 100. Get that plaque, then a milli, baby. But yo, let's get things started. You know who you rocking with. 40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boyz podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40. All right, you guys, for those that rock with me, don't forget I have a new music video out right now. It's called Prophecy. It's on the channel. Search it out. Hit it with a like and a comment. And a new song is on all digital platforms. It's called Plandemic, featuring Mad Child and Stevie Stone. Man, help me get those streams up, and let's rock. Now, as I'm pulling this up, let me pull down the logo and pull up the video. We're talking about Liver King. Oh, yeah, this weekend, you guys, our Gremlin reaction with Harry Mack drops, and we're going to drop some crazy Christmas stuff. We went out into the hood, spread Christmas cheer, dressed up as Santa and the elf, freestyling for people, giving out bricks of hundreds. Yo, check for us, y'all. Anyways, let's get into this. So this is the Liver King. And we don't need to, I guess I'll bring it back just a little bit. It's kind of wild. Wacky Wild Kool-Aid style over here, because it's like, let's just keep it real, man. Let's keep it a buck. Did you think, now sound off, if you're watching the premiere or whatever, sound off in the chat or in the comments. Did you think that Liver King was natural? Did you think it was possible for him to be natural? Or did you just think he was on steroids? Regardless of being on steroids, I watched the Liver King, and I don't watch him like that. Right? But when I did watch his stuff, well, I still watch it. I see it on Instagram. It's because he's eating raw meat. I'm like, bro, is this healthy? I didn't even know you could eat that much raw meat. I thought cooking was better for you. I thought cooking it helped our brains. It actually helped our brains develop a certain way, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I thought cooking meat was better, but there's this nuance, right? Some people do it well done. I thought keeping it medium rare or rare-ish is good. But then I just see this fool eating livers and testicles. That's what got me. I never looked at him like, oh, because he's eating this liver and testicles got him that big. I just never imagined. I'm like, bro, because I eat super healthy and I train and I see a lot of combat sports and stuff. And I'm like, bro, one, you have to have certain type of genetics. But to get like that, he's all pumped out. I'm like, creatine and protein ain't doing that. Look at that chest, baby. Creatine and protein ain't doing that. Even brothers with those ill genetics. Now they say, who is it? Francis Ngannou from the UFC. Ill genetics. And he's big. But look the way this dude is popping out. Even Francis Ngannou, he's bulgy, but not. It's just, there's something you can see now. There's professionals who can break it down better than me. I just see folks like this. And I'm like, well, good for him. He's big. People like that as long as his stuff is functioning. But my question to you guys is, did you really think he was natural? I didn't even know he went out and lied. This is a horrendous lie. I would have never believed it. That's just me. Here we go. Let's get it. The Liver King.
Well, clearly I did it wrong.
I don't know what he's recording out of, but it's only coming out of one speaker, so that's not on me. That's the recording here on YouTube.
I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids. And yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety.
What does that have to do with steroids? Like, I'm going to keep it real. Like, it's some of the stuff he does is kind of inspirational. It's dope. I'd still, why lie about steroids? Okay, sorry, I'm jumping in early. I'm not trying to judge this dude. I don't care. I'm not judging him at all. No judgment, my man, Liver King. I just think it's like the dude's eating raw food. He's running around the jungle, hunting, jumping in rivers, cold, running around cities with barbells, lifting weights. I just think it's entertaining, and it's actually inspiring to see someone living their life. So he's saying it's an experiment. I just don't understand what does this have to do with doing steroids, bro? Like, just be like, yo, I was lying. I do steroids for this reason, blah, blah. But I just feel like he's putting an excuse in front of it. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, what does that have to do? Like, he's an inspiring dude, in my opinion. He goes out and lives his life. Anyone who goes out and publicly films what they do and they do interesting stuff should be an inspiration to others to be like, yo, I want to do something with my life. I don't want to just sit here and watch these videos on IG and play video games. And that's what he does. And, he don't need steroids to do that.
Infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive.
This is facts.
I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist.
So just add a 10th tenet. He said there's 9 ancestral tenets, right? Add a 10th, steroids. Yo, the 10th ancestral tenet is steroids. Yo, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh.
While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch this stuff.
See, that's where it's unbelievable. I'm seeing how his his abs are just bulging. Like, his abs are as big as my biceps. I'm never going to believe you, because so many people lie about taking performance-enhancing drugs, because it's not just steroids. With him, you can physically see it, but sometimes to perform, have more endurance in the ring, whatever, they're doing EPOs and all this different stuff that I'm not super familiar with, but they do it to have that edge. I don't really, I'm just like, whatever, right? But people like, let's say Andrew Tate has said, I have never done steroids. I will never do steroids. And he's so hard up on it. But when I see Andrew Tate, I have seen natural bodybuilders, and Andrew Tate actually looks natural. Liver King does not look natural. There are some dope, natty bodybuilders, super dope. But getting that bulky, your genetics have to be crazy. And typically, people don't really have those type of genetics. They look like this because they've been doing, these growth hormones and blah, blah, blah. So I just, but again, I don't even care that he did steroids. I don't even watch him because of how big he is. I see big dudes on the internet all the time. It's like, okay, this dude looks like he's done steroids. I used to work out with bodybuilders, and they're like, yeah, man, this is how we do things. I'm like, oh, cool. It's just common in this world, like in bodybuilding world and looking like that. It's very common. So when I've seen natty versus not natty, I'm just like, who cares? When I see Liver King, it's because he's eating some crazy raw food. I'm like, dude, what is he doing? Or he's like surfing and lifting dumbbells, just doing wild stuff that I'm like, how is he doing that? I never thought to myself, like, oh, he's doing that because he's so big. Now, maybe the size of the dumbbell, yeah, but I'm like, surfing and doing some type of activity, that takes balance, so I'm looking at stuff differently. I would have never thought he was natty. So I guess for his fans that believe this, for the young men who think, yo, I could just go out and take Liver King supplements and take some creatine and protein and lift hard and just stay dedicated, I can look like him. Yeah, that's effed up. If that's what you thought. I get, I'm a 42-year-old man. I just don't, I'm like, bro, I've lifted, I've seen this stuff. So I just knew. So yeah, now that I think about it, it could be damaging for his fan base if they think they can get as big. Because when you look up to someone, you look up to them. You want to be like them. So yeah, a little more context there.
That was a lie. I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder.
You're not cheating anyone. He's right there, but you're lying. And if people are looking up to you, you can't lie to them because they're going to do things to be like you. And I wouldn't recommend telling young men to get on testosterone, growth hormone, or steroids. They're young men looking up to him. As a grown man, when you start hitting your 40s, you might want to think of some TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. Talk to your doctor about that. So, yeah.
For a far more important conversation, I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs. I've convinced myself.
So, maybe he did get kind of bulky because there is muscle memory, and some people do have better genetics, and if he's been lifting his whole life 2 times a day, like, you can get pretty damn big, especially in your 18 to 25. You can put on some stuff if you're eating and really getting after it. I don't know his genetic makeup. I don't know what he looked like before all this, so I could be talking out my a little bit. And I'm willing to retract anything because there's going to be people online that know more than I do about this. But, I mean, I've been in the gym. I've been around bodybuilders and stuff. There's just no way you look like that, in my opinion, from just being natty, especially at his age.
That this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation. And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys. So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole. I have only myself to blame. I did that, and it was all wrong. I will be better. I will talk about it openly because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do need to do. You definitely should be telling your younger audience, hey, this is how you should be lifting and seek these things out while you're younger. And then, when you get to a plateau area, because our hormones change as we get older. I'm noticing that now that I'm in my 40s. And yeah, man, these things, if you want to do this, but you also need to know the risk and rewards, right? Because some things, when you start it, you can't really get off of it. Like, you have to keep going, or you will see, you lose certain things. So I don't know enough about it to speak in that depth. When you get on like TRT, like, do you have to stay on it forever, or could you cycle on and then cycle off? Like, I don't know all that, but I just know typically when you start changing things or bringing things into your body that aren't natural, then you have to keep bringing them in because your body just does natural things, and that's just the course of your nature.
In 2021, when I was 43 years old, I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively.
Hey, I'm 42. I'm about to be 43. And man, I be working out at the jiu-jitsu gym. I'm like, bro, some of these young bucks, I'm like, man, give me some of this TRT, baby.
So I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life.
This dude says the F word a lot.
And so, yes, it's true. I have tried several peptide combinations in an effort to increase my growth hormone, and it didn't work, meaning that my levels still remained below the normal level. So yes, it's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical-grade growth hormone, and I finally found success in managing therapeutic levels in the normal range.
I know nothing of what he's talking about. It sounds like you could take some type of peptides and naturally maybe up your growth hormone. to get type of results he'd like, but that didn't work. So then he took a pharmaceutical version of that, which I'm guessing is steroids or TRT or whatever. I don't know how that works. Or maybe it's just growth hormone. I think he probably just said that. So that's interesting. You guys tap in the chat, in the comments. Let me know what you know about this stuff. I don't know that much. It's just a basic premise that I'm talking about.
Yes, this is true. I've continued on with 0.6 cc's of testosterone per week, roughly 120 milligrams of testosterone a week.
I don't know what that means.
I
don't know if that's a lot, a little. Someone tap in.
Take any other steroids like nandrolone or Winstrol, but I have tried them in the past without success. Yes, it's also true that my blood chemistry got all fucked up while taking nandrolone and Winstrol. My lipids got all deranged. My liver enzymes went sky high.
See, this is that good information because this, man, he might be able to see. This is what's cool. I'm glad he's coming out and saying this. Like I said, I didn't care. I never thought he was natural, but this is good, man, because he might be able to help some people dodge some disasters that, you know, he learned here. At the same time, everyone's body's different, so what he tried might not have worked for him, might work for others. I don't know how all that works. That's why I'm really cautious. I want to eventually get on some type of TRT, testosterone replacement, so I can just kind of get that young back. But then there's a part of me is like, nature runs a course for a reason. So I don't know. I'm all over the place.
Which is why clinical oversight is an absolute must. Nope. The Liver King brand has had nothing, or at least very little, to do with my business success. My companies were already kicking ass, already successful before the Liver King public figure, growing at 50% year over year and still growing at the same pace after the Liver King public figure.
It's interesting he says that because I would think that his supplement company, you roll around looking like that, people are going to be buying into your brand as supplements. Now, I don't know what his brand entails. He's like, my brand. I don't even follow him enough. I've never bought into his brand. I just think he's very entertaining. So I don't know what his brand is, what he's selling. But if you're selling supplements, your look and saying you've never been on steroids, that's definitely has had to help your brand. Now, maybe you're kicking butt beforehand, but dang, bro, you're like super popular. You're super popular on TikTok, Instagram. You're all over the place. I can't say looking like that and saying you've never done steroids, then pushing your supplements. I mean, if I was young, I'd be like, damn, let me get these supplements. What is he talking about? He looked good, baby. I mean, he looked built if you into that, you know?
Nope. I've never had ab implants, ab etching, or any other plastic surgery, and I sure as fuck never actually had gene editing done in Singapore. I made all of that up. It was all intended to...
I don't even know what he's talking about. Gene editing in Singapore? That's hilarious. And then ab edging? Bro, that's crazy. I'll just eat a healthy diet and do some sit-ups, but that's just me.
Be a joke, and that's an expression of ancestral intent.
He did say he didn't do any of that, just to be clear. I'm not saying he did anything. I'm just saying those notions that people actually do that type of stuff just kind of blew my mind. I'm like, yo, people really don't want to work or be disciplined. It's so, I'm just going to go get liposuction and ab edging and chill on a bed and continue to eat donuts and watch Netflix just to look like this. That's insanity. The best part of looking a certain way is how hard you worked to get there. All the hours, the training, I hit my goals. Look at this. Yeah. The best part is when you look back and think of all the hard work it took to get there, in my opinion.
Have a little goddamn fun. Ultimately, why do I do them? When I talk about the 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me. I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym. This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay. Still, I have to absolutely crush myself to do so, and I'm wrecked physically and cognitively, and hormone replacement has helped in a profound and significant way. And still, I believe that the path to paradise is paved in fucking hell.
I don't get it. I feel like it's contradictory. You guys, let me know what you think. So he's saying all this stuff, right? He's saying that basically these therapies have helped him cognitively, right? But then in the same sentence, he's like, yo, you got to go through hell. So I'm just like, yo, then why get the therapies? Go through hell. Going through hell is going through the hardest part, right? So dealing with these depressions and all these things without the therapy, that's going through hell. That's right. Or am I off? Did I miss something? I'm not saying he shouldn't have done it. I'm saying do what's best for your mental health. Absolutely. And if that helps your cognitive function and energy, I can only imagine it helping you. But then in the same sentence saying, yo, but I still believe in going through hell. I'm like, well, then just don't do it and go through hell. Like, maybe I interpreted that wrong. Let me know in the comments in the chat.
Has helped in a profound and significant way. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym. This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay. Still, I have to absolutely crush myself to do so, and I'm wrecked physically and cognitively, and hormone replacement has helped in a profound and significant way. And still, I believe that the path to paradise is paved in fucking hell.
It's paved in hell, but the replacement therapies are heaven, I guess. I don't know. I'm just lost here. I'm just like, yo, then do it the hard way, like the old school dudes. You know those old school like farmers and lumberjacks who ain't never done a steroid? And no, they don't look like him, but they just got that man strength. Like sometimes you'll go to the gym and they'll just be this normal looking dude. You can tell he's in like his 60s. And he grabs you, and I'm talking about because I do jujitsu. He grabs you and like, oh, is one of those guys where they just got that man gorilla strength. They're like, cool. You're like, oh. I'm just like, yo, you don't. Anyways, I think it's dope he came out. Not trying to be judgmental, just clarification. Think it's like, yo, man, that's cool. It helped you in this area. Cool. Then say, yo, it helped me there. And I still work hard, super hard. I don't know. Maybe I'm taking it wrong. It's just weird to say, but I still believe in going through hell. But I'm like, you just made it easier. You made going through hell massively easier because the recovery process, all of these things are easier when you're on these replacement therapies.
Replacement has helped in a profound and significant way. And still, I believe that the path to paradise is paved in fucking hell. I previously have said in a weird way, I'm grateful for the recent events that have shed light on this complicated as fuck topic.
It's not complicated. It is not complicated at all. All you had to do, again, I'm not judging, but it's just not complicated. Just don't lie. Be like, yo, these are things I did and this is why. Boom, done. This complicated, well, it's because of this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no. If you started out just lifting weights all the time, and then you started losing energy, strength as you got older, then you adjust to that naturally. You start bringing in different foods and stuff to help you try to get those energies back. And whatever you don't get back because we age, you slow down. That's just life, man. You don't see like a 100-mile dash runner at like breaking records at 60 years old. It's in their prime. That's just what it is. We get older. So I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder, like, when did he start doing this stuff? Because I'm like, dude, this is not complicated. It's just like, yo, man, my bad. I lied. I'm not lying anymore. This is what I take. This is why I took it. Cool. I love you guys. Let's get it, man. And also, I don't think he highlighted what he's doing enough. He is inspirational and motivational, and not because he looks like that. To some people, it's because he looks like that, but he's out all over the world doing cool stuff. That's motivational. Talk about your businesses. Talk about, your hunting experience, all this stuff. I just think he's highlighting the weird part, and I don't know. It's just the where he's explaining it to me is just off. You guys tell me what you think. I have a different way of perceiving things, so.
I knew I needed to take this opportunity to openly discuss.
That's dope.
Everything.
Sure. That's awesome.
For me to be a better human.
Facts.
If there are any questions that remain unanswered, send them my way. I fully own that I fucked up.
Hey. That's the one thing I agree with him 1,000,000%. Extreme accountability. He just took that. Yo, kudos to him for doing that. That's super dope. That's dope. I'm just questioning some of the narratives here. I'm like, bro, you don't have to make excuses. Like, you said you lied. That was the hardest thing you could have done. You looked in the mirror. You looked at your fans. You went publicly and said, I lied. To me, I'm like, yo, man, you the man. It takes so much to do that. Hell yeah, bro. Let's go. Extreme accountability. That's all I'm about. It's just the explanations going like this to me. I'm like, hey, bro, you already got caught lying. Don't slip up and do another one. Just keep it real and keep rolling. Once you lie and manipulate, it's easy to keep doing it. I know, because I have been in those positions. I am not free of sin, and I'm not casting the first stone at all. I get it. I get it.
I am as sorry as a man can be. And all I can do is take extreme ownership right now.
Facts, that's dope.
And lead myself to a better life as a better human.
Let's go.
Again, thank you to everyone for the support, the criticism, the love, the hate, and above all else, the loyalty. Liver King.
I don't know why people are dragging him. Like, I'm giving a criticism of what he just said here. That's it. But I'm not dragging this man. I think if you're dragging this dude, you're lame. In a sense, because, well, I get it. I guess I'd be tripping out because I'm just like, yo, I never could imagine someone looking like that and being natural. So I'm like, why would you drag someone where you just knew they weren't natural from the jump? But now that I piece it together, when you're lying to a young man audience and you're selling supplements and they're looking up to you and they want to look like you and they think like, that's the thing people need to wake up to. There's no looking like him. There's no looking like Brock Lesnar. There's no looking like The Rock. There's no looking like any of that without steroids, you guys. And I'm not saying take steroids at all. Actually, I would recommend against that personally. That's just me. I'm a natural type of person in general. But sheesh. So if these guys are selling this look, now if you want to look like that and reach these heights that these type of people have reached, just know that it includes some type of medical, pharmaceutical intervention. That's it. That's it. It's just that simple. So maybe he does deserve to get dragged a little bit for lying like that. You guys let me know what you think in the comments or chat. I just didn't think he was natty ever. I'm like, bro, you see certain people, you're like, come on, it's all good. But I guess when people blatantly lie and they say, no, I'm not, it's like, dude, he has a huge following and a lot of young men who look up to him. So in that sense, that does make sense. And I'm glad he came out and took ownership and told these kids, like, look, because you are selling a dream looking like that and talking about, yeah, just, what was Hulk Hogan's pray and eat your vitamins or something like that. Be good, pray, take your vitamins. It's like, yeah, I can do that. I don't think I'm going to look like Hulk, though, taking my vitamins and praying, but I'll do what I can. Now, some people like some Icelandic, like, Francis Ngannou, just straight from the African sand mines, just like, yo, what's good? And some people got it genetically like that. Straight up. But anyways, you guys let me know what you think of this. Baby, this is your boy, Liver King. He's always like, Liver King, out. Like, this dude got his whole spiel down. Like, I love it, man. I like his content. I'm going to not unfollow him or anything. I'm like, dude, cool. Like, he jumped in a cold river like yesterday. It was tight. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think of this mess, this world that we live in, and the Liver King. Should he be ultimately canceled like yay for lying, for doing roids? I don't know. You let me know. I don't think he should be. I don't really think he should be dragged, but I do think, when I do think of young men looking up to someone like this and maybe they thought they could get like that naturally, that is a big issue now that I think about it. So in hindsight, hey, he definitely needed to get called out. He got called out. He took extreme ownership. What more can you ask from the man? We're all only human. We all make mistakes. On that note, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. But most importantly, subscribe. I'm trying to get the 50, 100K followers. Let's go. Subscribe. You know how it goes. New song is out, Plandemic, featuring Mad Child and Stevie Stone on all digital platforms. And my newest music video is Prophecy. It's on the channel. Check that out and look for the new content, the Christmas content, where we're giving out Christmas cheer throughout the hood. It's going to be awesome, epic, All right, y'all. I'm out. 40.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boy.